Well, top of the morning to you. How you doing? January 2nd, 2020. Gonna take a while to get used to saying that. Actually, it's coming out rolling off the tongue a little bit better than I expected. 2020. 2020. 2020. In the year 25. Well, no, that was a different song. 25. We still got a ways to go. We won't be here for that one. Anyway, good morning to you. January 2nd, the first business day of the brand new year. A lot of hopes, expectations. Talked about the resolutions, New Year resolutions and goals to have. We talked about that earlier in the video on Monday. But, and I'm a day late getting this podcast up, and I apologize for that. I had the post-holiday blues. Not really blues. I was just ready to get it over with. I was ready to get the new year started. And, you know, I'm a consultant for Tautoa. I'm the lead consultant for Tautoa. And we've been doing a lot of stuff over there. We always shut down, as far as training goes, December 24th through January 2nd. Okay, the two holidays and the eves, we're not in the office. But the rest of the time, we're kind of in the office doing updates to our systems and making plans for the New Year's and things like that. But this year has been added work because, not only am I working as a lead consultant for Tautoa, I'm doing these videos and podcasts as well for FBTV. And that has been a booger. I'm not kidding you. We're doing live broadcast. The radio, FBTV Radio, if you've been keeping up with that, we're doing live broadcast on Fridays at 10 a.m. And folks, it looks like that schedule may change as well. And more about that when the time comes. But kind of looking at Monday for the live broadcast. Now, some other things. Now, if you got input on that, it may not even matter to you because you're able to listen to the live broadcast in the archives from our website or the FBTV Radio podcast. That's available on your favorite podcasting app, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, whatever it might be. Be looking for us too on iHeartRadio. That FBTV Radio archive, the FBTV Radio podcast, that is a separate podcast from this podcast. This is the official FBTV podcast. So if you've got one but not the other you've subscribed to, you may want to make sure you get that other one in there. Otherwise, you're going to be going, hey, where's the radio at? When's that radio podcast coming up? If you only got the FBTV podcast app, it's not going to happen. Okay, so make sure you include or add the FBTV radio podcast to your app. Now, we get a lot of comments from truck drivers and things of that nature. They listen to us going down the road, and we appreciate that. And we kind of actually debated a bit on if we should separate the FBTV radio podcast or just make it part of the standard FBTV podcast. And obviously, we decided to separate it. The reason is, on the FBTV radio podcast, simply, it's it's longer. It's a different type format. It's in the format of a true radio show, whereas a podcast, it's a podcast. We just sit here and talk and about things affecting transportation industry. We will talk about something to do with training as well, and today that's going to be taxes, the IRS, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But the FBTV radio podcast, it's live. You can listen to it live. Matter of fact, you can participate by going to our website, and we have actually been accepted on some of the different internet radio station apps. More to come, more details on that as I get them. But 2020 is going to prove to be a very, very interesting year. I don't know how much of y'all know about me, but a year ago, January 15th, 2019, I ended up in the hospital, and I was there for a couple of weeks. And it's been a year. Let me put it to you that way. It's been a year. Okay. Went in for triple bypass. Everything worked out okay. I got out of the hospital on the 21st. And believe me, I do not wish my worst enemy, which I really don't have any. I don't wish anyone. I would not wish anyone triple bypassed. Man, they cracked that chest, and holy smoke, it takes a while. I'm almost a year away from when the surgery was done. I still have numbness, still a little soreness. I mean, it's something. It's something. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm all better. Everything's good. Just one of them things. What happened? Well, I drove a truck for a long time. Sitting and driving, eating a lot of junk food. Yes, I was a heavy smoker. So take that in consideration. If you smoke, you may want to get rid of it. Something else about smoking. A lot of people, when I was smoking, this isn't going to be an anti-smoking podcast, but I smoked for pretty much 40 years on and off, for the most part on. But, everybody talks about the lung cancer, the big C. And that's what, back when I started smoking, that was it. And then it turned to, it can cause heart problems. And they may have said that all along. But then it turned to COPD. Well, never thought about that COPD. But, that cigarettes, they can bring on that COPD. And I've got friends that have COPD. They say I've got it as well because I smoked. And you don't want that stuff. Find a way to get off those cigarettes. You'll feel better. It might save you a cracked chest. Keep that in mind. Hey, have you checked out our website lately, freightbrokertv.com? We've got coffee mugs. Yeah, we talk about them all the time, but check out the store. Man, we got T-shirts, we got coffee mugs, we got Freight Broker TV coffee mugs. I'll get it out here in a minute. We got FBTV radio coffee mugs. We got sweatshirts. We got hoodies. More is being added every day. Something else coming up that you're going to find, I hope, interesting, I hope you'll want to take advantage of, is we are preparing, how should I put it, a members area, subscription area, members area. It's just going to be, you pay a subscription, but it's going to be, I'll just be honest with you, I think what they're talking about is going to be it's not even going to be $25 a year. And from what I'm hearing, it's going to include all the content in one nice place. Plus, members are going to be able to participate in live video broadcast, which are not going to be the only place you're going to be able to have access to that will be in the member area. What else? We're going to have everything other than a couple extra broadcasts per week, be it in the form of this form here, audio, and it could be video as well. So they're still going to keep the YouTube channel, but we're going to have additional content. And that additional content, $25 a week, or a month rather, not a week. What's that? What is that? Hold on, I'm doing math. Hold on. Yeah, it's barely $2 a month. It's just a little over $2 a month. $2 a month would be $24 a year, but it's to make available to you the information that keep you up to date on what's going on in the industry. Hopefully, be entertaining as well. Freight brokering should be fun. Okay, yes, it's a business, but it should also be fun. And how do you make it fun? My funnest times, when I had the most fun when I was brokering, was when I was wheeling and dealing. I had a phone in each hand. I had faxes coming in, emails coming in, going out, telling one truck, hold on, going to my shipper, hey, they want to do it this way, back and forth, deals together, wheeling and dealing. That I enjoyed that. That was fun. Somebody years ago, somebody brought up that movie that Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino was in. Hold on, I'll bring it up here. And they said this really is like that movie that they were in. Hold on, I'll find it in a minute. What am I looking at? Yeah, I want actor. Looking at Al Pacino on the Internet Movie Database. I think we got to go back earlier than that, don't we? Anyway, now shoot. Whenever I try to find something, I can't. Matthew McConaughey was in it as well. I'll find it here in a minute. It's not going to be there. 2 for the money. That had to be it. 2 for the money. 2 for the money. I had a client tell me a long time ago, years ago, that being a freight broker reminded him of the movie 2 for the Money. Now, 2 for the Money has nothing to do with freight brokering, but there's a lot of wheeling and dealing going on in it. Pretty good movie. If you get a chance to check it out, check it out. You might enjoy it. Matter of fact, I don't know. I haven't seen it on Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. What's up? What's up with what's new this month? I don't know. I haven't checked it out. I know I found. I think I brought this up the other day as well. It may be on the radio broadcast or the. The video. I found Boston Legal on Hulu. Man, I've been waiting for that show to be show up on Hulu or somewhere, Netflix, whatever, for a long time. And it finally did. It finally did. And yeah, I've been binge watching that. A lot of people may not like it. Obviously, it got canceled, after 5 seasons or something. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm a big fan of James Spader, and you've got to like William Shatner, Captain Kirk. And Murphy Brown, what's her name? She's in it. Anyway, it's on Hulu now, so you can check it out. And it's pretty fun. It's a legal comedy. I think it was a spinoff from The Practice? Yeah, I believe so. The Practice. Practice took it a little bit more serious, I believe. But, oh well. All right, we're going to talk about taxes today. The reason we're doing that is because if you are a new broker, just getting started, and if you're a freight broker agent, just getting started as well, yeah, you need to start paying attention to your taxes. Because if you're not careful, it can turn into a nightmare for you real quick. Now, what do I mean? Well, as a freight broker, now if you came out of the, if you're an owner-operator coming into freight brokering, you already know this. Some months, you're going to have great months, other months not so great. You're going to be taking in money, you're going to be spending more money, all kinds of things like this, and you got to keep records of it. Everything's pretty much tax deductible. Matter of fact, even that, we do the $25 a year membership subscription to the FBTV Insider. Probably, that's a pretty good name. We may call it Insider. That's going to be tax deductible, I believe, because you're accessing it for additional training, information for part of your business. Other things, advertising, pay, everything becomes tax deductible. Your internet, most people work out of their home. Understand that area where you work from in your home, that's going to be a percentage of your tax bill. So let's say the office you use is 10% of your home. Okay, so 10%. That's okay. You got 1,000 square foot home, and you're working in 100 square feet. That is your office. So 10% of everything, like your electric bill, your water bill, things like that should be tax deductible. Now, I'm just talking. This is the way I understand it. I'm not a CPA, not an accountant. I don't give tax advice, although it sounds like that's what I'm doing. I'm just making this aware making this information up front for you, so you can talk to your tax person. Start getting this figured out now. April 15th comes. Now, the way a lot of brokers get set up, they pay quarterly. So at the end of the year, when it's time to pay, you don't have to pay that much. Well, you've already got it paid then. You might have a chance to get something back. Now, something I have done in the past was kept a spreadsheet. And I am converting to QuickBooks. My accountant, they got me going to QuickBooks. I would recommend that if you haven't set up QuickBooks or something like that, or if you haven't yet even thought about taxes because maybe you're not making any money, hey, make a phone call. You need to start putting a plan together. The last thing you want to do, and believe me, this has happened to me, the last thing you want to have happen is it comes tax time and you've got shoe boxes or envelopes full of all this stuff, nothing organized, and now you got to spend a week and a half trying to remember and figure it all out. Putting together a spreadsheet. Get it done now. Do it now. Listen to what I'm telling you, because this is going to be very important to you in the future. Because the IRS, they will come knocking. They will eventually come knocking. And you can avoid that now by getting a plan together. What I always recommend, I don't necessarily recommend using H&R Block or somebody like that does your taxes. I recommend getting someone, well, maybe an accountant, or a really good bookkeeper, somebody that knows how to put together your records keeping system. And they're probably going to tell you to use QuickBooks. You're going to have to learn how to use it, bottom line. But it's going to be so easy for you. Now, this is what my accountant told me. I'm just going to tell you flat out. My accountant told me that, I've been using a spreadsheet system over and over and over, and then we converted to QuickBooks. That first year from, the previous year when I used the spreadsheet, to that second year when I was using QuickBooks, we had a $15,000 of income savings that I was taxed on. If I'm saying that right. In other words, I had a $15,000 credit in there that I didn't have when I was using my spreadsheet. So it's probably going to be worth your while to be able to use your QuickBooks if you start out with it. A lot of times, if you start out with it, you're going to find it's going to be a lot of, if you haven't started your freight brokerage, you're getting ready to, get that puppy set up now. Now, if you're starting your freight brokerage business as a freight broker with your own authority, you've probably already thought about this. But if you're a freight broker agent, you probably haven't thought about this at all. Well, you need to be. I'm talking to you. Start getting that set up now, because you'll be happy you did come tax time. And I'll also make this recommendation to you as well. Take 5 or 10% of all your money that you make and bank it. Get a savings account. Start saving that money. Matter of fact, any monies you make, because remember, you're going to have quarterly, you can get with your accountant or whoever, and they can figure this out for you when you start bringing in the income. Is you may want to take 10, 20% off top of what, if you make $100, take $20, stick it away in a bank account. What I've done in the past is I've set up a savings account that doesn't cost me anything, and I will transfer money to that savings account. So come tax time, I've got money there. See what I mean? So I'm always adding to it, and it's out of sight, out of mind. All right, makes sense. But be saving that money. So hopefully this is getting through to you. Kind of makes sense. Nobody likes talking about taxes. Nobody. But talk about it. Talk about it now. You'll be glad you did. All right. You start the new year off right. Mid-American Trucking Show is coming up. I've never been to one. Would love to attend. Now that we're doing FBTV, maybe I will. Probably not this year. Maybe next. We'll see how that goes. Mid-America Trucking Show 2020 scheduled for Louisville, Louisville, Kentucky, at the Kentucky Expo Center. It's coming up in March. That's going to be here tomorrow. I mean, it's January. March is 2 months away. March 26th through 28th. A little history about the Mid-America Trucking Show. It started back in the 1970s. Back around the time the Miami Dolphins were undefeated. They had about 4,000 attendees, 83 exhibitors, MATS, which is short for Mid-America Trucking Show. They've grown the event into having tens of thousands of attendees and more than 1,000 exhibitors every year. Last year, for example, there were 72,000 attendees, 1,000 exhibitors. Man, that sounds cool. 1 million square feet of exhibit space. It's a fun deal. They got the truck shows and all that going on, but you're going to get an opportunity to be able to see all this new equipment coming out, new designs, just trucking stuff. It's all about trucking. Mid-America Trucking Show. I've never been able to attend, but like I said, I'd love to. I always wanted to, but just never worked out that way. But anyway, and there's entertainment. Don't forget the entertainment. It sounds like a great fun time. Now, the reason we're talking about this here on the we're talking about it on the radio, we're talking about it on the FBTV videos, and we're going to continue talking about it till end of February, is simply because you can register now for free. If you want to attend, get registered for this thing. Otherwise, it's going to cost you $10. You may be thinking, I probably won't be able to go. What if you get to March and, wow, man, I can't go. I'm going to be right there in Louisville, or I'm going to be passing through. I'm going to be close enough where I can attend. Well, save yourself $10. Get registered now. Okay. Now, to register, all you need to do is go to truckingshow.com/register. truckingshow.com/register. Matter of fact, if you forget or weren't able to get that wrote down, you may be going down the road listening. Email me. I'll be glad to send it to you. You can email me, fbtv@freightbrokertv.com. Better yet, just go to our website, freightbrokertv.com. And just about on every page of our website, we got a contact form. Pretty much they're all there for you to be able to ask questions if you have any questions, make comments, whatever. And if you got questions, feel free to do so. But if you need that website to be able to register for free, just shoot me, fill out a contact form, shoot me an email, whatever, and I'll give it to you. Again, to register for the Mid-America Trucking Show 2020 coming up in March, go to their website, truckingshow.com/register. All right, we're 2020, but last year, 2019, it's over, it's gone. I can't say I'll miss it. Had a lot of things that weren't very popular in my life happen in 2020. The heart deal, hospitalization. Lost my 15-year-old cat. In fact, 15-year-old turtle is part of a family. But you get a 15-year-old cat, really part of the family. A couple of 2-3 years before she passed, lost our 17-year-old cat. So, yeah, we had a pretty much 20-year period there where we had animals, and we don't have any right now. And, boy, I'd love to have another animal. It probably will have, but just not yet. But a lot of things, granddaughter issues with grandbaby mama. Another story. Hopefully 2020 will be better. Other people in the hospital. I mean, family and things like that. It's just been one of those years you hope never repeat. So, I'm high hopes 2020 will be a better year for me and my family, and I hope 2020 will be a great year for you and yours as well. But 2019, going back and looking over, there are a lot of, some of this stuff is kind of wild. I came across the thing, I thought I'd share it with you this morning on this podcast. Top 10 Google searches and trends of 2019. So we got searches, we got news stories, got top 10 people that are searched, or I should say that were searched. I did not make the list, I'll tell you that, but maybe next year. Okay. Top 10 Google searches. What do you think? What do you think be at number 1? Well, I'm not going to go over all these, but I'll start at number 5. Number 5 was Antonio Brown. Number 4, top 10 Google search, Hurricane Dorian. Number 3, top 10 Google search, Nipsey Hussle. Number 2, Cameron Boyce. And the number 1 searches for 2019, the number 1 search term in 2019, Disney Plus. That's their new Netflix type pay me service. Too many of them. You know, I got Apple TV, not the Apple TV Plus or whatever they're calling it, just the average, standard Apple TV. And they started an Apple TV Plus subscription service, and just call me stupid because I don't get it. The only thing I see on there is that Jennifer Aniston show where they are doing some type of morning show or whatever, and what's his name? The guy that played in The Office, he's on there too. But yeah, I watched the first couple of episodes. They were free, but I'm not spending money just for that, and I don't get it because when I turn it on, it's showing me all this other stuff. Okay, is that included, or do I have to pay? I just don't get it. Okay, so anyway, yeah, and I'm paying for enough. I see what Philo TV. We're paying for Hulu, paying for CBS, no commercial, Netflix. I think that's about it. Anyway, probably spending more for not having cable than I would be if I had cable, but cable company really ticked me off. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right. That's the top 10 Google searches. Top 10 search news stories was on here. I'm not going to go through. Yeah, why not? Okay, we'll go through all 10 of these. Number 10 for the top 10 search news stories for 2019, California earthquake. Number 9, the Equifax data breach, the settlement there. Number 8, government shutdown. I think that's in there every year. You know, I'm so sick of hearing it. Hey, if we don't do this, we're going to shut down the government. Shut it down. Do us all a favor. That's wrong. You know, tongue in cheek. But don't you just feel that way sometimes? Hey, get out of our way. Just get out of our way. And, you know, I remember when I was a kid, it seemed like, 6 months, maybe a year, then you started, an election year, that's when the politicians started their advertising and all that. Now it starts immediately after one election's over. They're in that political, season again. November. This is going to be an election year. November, we're going to elect another president, or the presidential election anyway. And the day after the election, there's going to be somebody who's going to start campaigning for 2024. It is just ridiculous. But anyway, all right. Government shutdown. Number 7, Sri Lanka. Number 6, the El Paso shooting. Number 5 is Copa America. Number 4 in the top 10 searched news stories was Area 51 raid. Number 3, the Women's World Cup. Number 2 was the Notre Dame Cathedral. And number 1 top 10 searched news stories was Hurricane Dorian, which came in at number 4 in the top 10 Google searches. Okay, these are news stories as opposed to just everything, I suppose. All right, top 10 searched people. All right, we had what? Okay, I'm going up here to the top 10 Google searches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people were in the top 10 Google searches. You got Nipsey Hussle, Antonio Brown, Luke Perry, and Josie Smollett, that guy up there in Chicago that staged his whatever it was. But top 10 searched people, number 10, Robert Kraft, number 9, Bryce Harper, number 8, Jordan Woods, number 7, Lori Loughlin, number 6, 21 Savage. Okay, that's a person. R. Kelly, number 5, Kevin Hart, Number 4, James Charles. Number 3, Jesse Smollett. Number 2. And number 1, top 10 search people. No, my friends, not me. Antonio Brown. Okay. What else going on? Well, I think that's about it. Don't forget, we're going to be live, our radio broadcast right now. It's Friday mornings at 10 a.m., but that is looking like it could change. But for the time being, we'll keep on talking about it. Friday morning, 10 a.m., FBTV Radio, live. Live, you can participate in that. Just go to our website. And as we know the different apps and the directories will be in that you can listen to on your phone, we'll make those available to you on the website. We'll talk about them here as well, too. But, on our website, just go to the live radio, the radio page, and you're going to be able to see that we have a chat room set up there. You can chat with us live as we're doing the broadcast, as well as we have Twitter open. You can send a message to us through Twitter. You can reach us at Freight TV, at Freight TV. All right. Okay, we are pretty close to having 100 subscribers. Matter of fact, by the time you hear this podcast, there's a real good possibility we will be at 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and that's great. That's our first goal. As soon as we hit, somebody's going to be getting a prize. Now, we're not saying the 100th person that subscribes is going to be the winner, but we are going to select a winner out of one of those first 100 people at random, and we're going to we'll make a gift available to them. Obviously, they're going to have to provide us their information, where to ship and things of that nature. But, don't be surprised if sometime here next week you don't get a direct message from us via YouTube saying, hey, you won, whatever it is. So, be looking forward to that. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this first podcast for 2020. My name is Mike. I am a consultant for Tautoa. If you're not familiar with Tautoa, we are a leading transportation and training consulting firm. You can find us at tautoa.com, TALTOA.com. If you've been thinking about becoming a freight broker or freight broker agent, that's what we do. We help people get started in the industry. We have complete consulting packages that include in-depth training. Several of those packages are live training, which you don't even have to travel. Everything's done over the computer, the internet, the telephone. It's live, though. The training's live, and you get hands-on experience working with the different tools, programs, and software that you're going to be working with when you actually begin your broker operation. But anyway, you can check all that out at Tautoa, TALTOA.com. Phone number, if you want to call us, 479-668-0838. Matter of fact, you can call and ask for me if you wish. Be happy to help you out any way I can. All right. Anyway, have a great January 2nd. Have a great January 2nd, the second day of the year 2020. Matter of fact, have a great year. Unless, of course, you've made other plans.